Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have my January favorites for you guys. It's been a long time since I've done a favorites or a monthly favorites. I was doing a current favorites in the latter part of the year, and I just felt like I wanted to go back and do the monthly favorites because I try so many new things. I kind of just want to share it with you guys on a month-to-month basis. So let's go ahead and get into my favorites. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you'll know when I put out a new video. So let's go ahead and get started with these favorites. All right, let's go ahead and get started with eyes first. I have some really good products to show you guys. They're all from the Sydney Grace brand. Now, I did recently purchase a bunch of Sydney Grace products at Camera Ready Cosmetics. So I have been using these products. I really love the formula of the Sydney Grace shadows. And I have a new product that I tried from them that is more on the cream side. So let's start with the palettes first. This is the Enduring Love palette. This is a beautiful palette on the eyes. Like I said, I love Sydney Grace's formula. It's very buttery, creamy, easy to apply. So this is what the palette looks like inside. I have used almost every shade in this palette except for probably the teal blue shade, which I probably should have used with today because it would have went with my shirt. But either way, I did want to show you guys this palette. I'm telling you guys, the formula is outstanding. These shadows really blend easily. These shadows can be used on their own, they can be used combined, but they look so beautiful on the eye. So I did want to show you this palette. The next palette I've been loving by Sydney Grace is the Summer Days palette. This palette is more of your warm tones, neutral tones. It's got some chocolates in there, copper shade. It's a very easy palette to use. This is like a palette that you would use every single day without fault. These shadows are going to go on beautifully. So yeah, this is a very good palette as well. Both of the Sydney Grace palettes come with a mirror. I've used Sydney Grace in the past and I love their shadows. So when I saw these new shadows come out, I really wanted to try them. And these are the Sydney Grace cream or liquid shadows. I say they're more of a cream shadow. They're not really liquidy. The consistency is pretty thick, but they go on so beautifully on the eye. So I have a few here. I do love every shade that I've gotten. I've used every shade. Like I said, they go on super easy. I just take a flat brush and I just pat it on to my eyelid, and they don't dry super quickly to where you can't go in and like maneuver the shadow the way you want it. I don't have one on today, but I do want to show you how these apply and how I apply them. So this is a little squeezy tube, and basically what I do is I literally take like that much for both eyes. You don't need much. A little goes a long way. Then I take a flat brush, just like this one. This one's the MAC 242, but you can take any flat brush. They work well with any brush, to be honest. I've even used a fluffy brush with these. I just kind of pat my brush into the shadow, and then I just kind of pat that on the eye, and you'll see how beautiful this shadow comes off. I mean, it is gorgeous. So do you see how that goes on, guys? It's super easy to apply. Like I said, they don't dry so quickly that you can't like work with them. Isn't it beautiful? I just love these shadows. They really pop on the eye. You don't really have to wear a primer if you don't want to. I always wear a primer, so of course I have one on today. They really work with or without one. You really don't need one. The best thing about these is they are very metallic. They don't get like all the glitter or the metallic particles on your face, which I love. Once they're on, they're on. You need a makeup remover to remove them, and they're not really hard to remove. I just take a Q-tip in my makeup remover, and then I just kind of swipe it away, and it comes off very easily with the makeup remover. So yeah, I'm really loving the cream shadows. I'm definitely gonna get more. These are very, very inexpensive. I think these were like maybe $6 to $8. If I'm not mistaken. They're very inexpensive and they're gonna last you a long time. Like I said, you don't need much to apply to each eye. Okay, so that is it for the eyeshadows. I do wanna show you guys a couple of concealers that I've really been enjoying, and these are very inexpensive concealers. They are drugstore concealers. The first one is Revlon Colorstay. This is a 5-in-1 concealer. This really brightens the eyes. It also has caffeine in it, which kind of like awakens the eyes. I really feel like when I put this on that it does wake up my under eyes It makes them look a little more alive, a little more plump. And so I have been loving this. It's easy to apply. It comes with a little sponge applicator. Of course, it's gonna get dirty the more that you use it, but it's real easy to take a napkin or a tissue and just wipe that off. To be honest with you, it's not thick at all. To me, I think it blends beautifully. It's very creamy. It helps smooth those fine lines. It's very hydrating, and I have been really enjoying it. Now, I will say that it's not really a full coverage concealer, so if you're looking for something super full coverage, I would definitely not try the Revlon. But if you're looking for a concealer that really wakes up the eyes, that has staying power, that sets really well with the powder, this would be a good concealer to try. And it's funny because I really don't see myself buying too many Revlon products. And when I saw this, I was a bit hesitant. I wasn't sure if I wanted to try it or not, but I went ahead and purchased it, and I'm so glad I did because it's been one of my favorites all month. The next favorite that I have for concealers is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. This is so gorgeous on the under eyes. I have it on today. I would say the coverage is like a high medium coverage. I like a full coverage concealer, but I really don't go for too many of them. I like a concealer that conceals like this blue area under my eyes when I don't get enough sleep. And this does the trick. This really does brighten my eyes. It's very hydrating under the eyes. So if you have fine lines like I do, it kind of just smooths those out and they appear a lot less. I would say that this is a very hydrating concealer. It's a very long lasting as well. And I do have it on today, and I have it with a pressed powder that I'm going to show you guys. But yeah, this is a good one. If you haven't tried it, definitely try it. I do have the shade Golden in this, and I have the shade Medium in the Revlon. So a lip product I've been loving are the e.l.f. Love Triangle Lip Filler liners. These are just 3 that I pulled out, but I actually have all of the shades in the liners, and I can't tell you how happy I am that I have all of them. These liners are creamy, they stay put, they don't feather, and with the triangle shaped tip, this really helps me control the liner. These liners are very affordable. You're gonna get great pigmentation with a very creamy consistency that'll last you a long time. So I really do love these. And if you haven't tried them, I would definitely pick a couple up. So powder I wanna show you guys is a powder that I really didn't think would work for my under eyes. I do have this powder in a different shade for powdering my face. But when I went into Sephora and I talked to the makeup person at Sephora, she told me to try this powder on my under eyes, and she said I would not be sorry, that it's very smoothing and it makes your under eyes look flawless. So she sold me on trying this powder for my under eyes, and it's a Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. This is in the shade Beige. This is actually what I have on my under eyes, and as you can see, it is very smooth on my under eyes. I love this powder for that area. I'm usually very picky about my powders that I put on my under eyes. As I've gotten older, I do have more fine lines on my under eyes. I really feel like I need a powder that's going to smooth that out and not look like drying or cakey, which could make me look older. So when I tried this and I noticed how smoothing it was, I fell in love with this. This is going to be the powder that I am going to use from now on. I think this powder beats any under eye powder that I've ever tried. I cannot believe how beautiful this looks on the under eyes. So thank you to the Sephora person who mentioned this and recommended it, because this is now going to be my holy grail under eye product. So another product that I fell in love with is this iconic London Radiance Booster. This is what the packaging looks like. I love the packaging. It's so beautiful and sleek. It does come with a pump here, and I'm going to show you guys this Radiant Booster. This is so gorgeous. I put this all over after I prime my face. I add this and it just gives a really beautiful like bronzy glow to my skin. And then I put my foundation on top of it and it just looks gorgeous. This is an amazing product to actually wear like on top of your foundation or under your foundation or even by itself. But I like to wear it underneath my foundation because I feel like it gives like that bronzy glow to my skin without making it look like too dewy or too oily. It's just perfection. So I've really been enjoying this. So I have 2 makeup setting sprays that I want to show you guys. One of them is the NYX Plump Finish Makeup Setting Spray with Electrolytes. This is a really good setting spray. Now, I would say that if you're looking for something that's gonna be more like a refreshing type of setting spray, but it's also gonna help keep your makeup in place, this is what you're gonna go for. This is neither dewy nor matte. It's just one of those setting sprays that kind of refreshes your skin and refreshes your makeup. So I've really been enjoying this for like everyday wear. I always use this because I feel like this is just like a great refreshing type of setting spray that just kind of holds everything together, and it helps with the longevity of my makeup. The spray on it is pretty good too. I like the spray on it as well. As you can see, it's like a light mist, so you're not getting like all those little splotchy dots all over your skin, which I know that can be annoying. And it doesn't really have like a strong scent or anything like that, which I do like. Now, I did say that it has electrolytes, and I think that's why I like it so much, is because if you think about electrolytes, you're thinking about something like hydrating your body, you know, because we consume electrolytes to hydrate our bodies, but this is where your skin consumes the electrolytes to hydrate the skin. So I do believe that the electrolytes in the spray do work for your skin. It gives you that more refreshed look. All right, the next setting spray I want to talk about is the Ben Nye Final Seal Matte Makeup Sealer. So this is a very, very potent makeup setting mist. The reason why I say that is because it has this really strong scent to it, and it's not a chemical scent. I would just say that it's got like this minty, I don't know, it's like a minty strong scent. So if you don't like strong scents, this is not something that I would think you would like. I will say that I used this to seal my makeup when I had an event to go to. I needed my makeup to actually last even with a mask on, so that when I took the mask off, my makeup wouldn't all be on the mask. And so what I did was I took this and I sprayed about 2 sprays into my foundation. Then I applied the foundation on my skin, and then at the end, I sprayed this all over my face again. And guys, my makeup didn't go anywhere. It didn't come off on the mask. It didn't come off on my white shirt that I was wearing. It stayed in place and it looked beautiful. Now, it is a matte makeup sealer, so you're not gonna have like any dewiness, any glow to your skin. It's gonna be matte, but it's not gonna be flat. It's not gonna look drying. I really do like this, especially whenever you're gonna do your makeup and you don't want it everywhere. This is definitely a good spray to use. And the next product I wanna show you is the NYX Plump Right Back primer. I purchased this along with this NYX Plump finish, and I have been loving the primer. I do feel like it makes my skin a little more plump. I do feel it makes it a little bit more hydrated, and of course I think it's because it has the electrolytes in it, just like the spray does. It just really revives my skin. It helps with the longevity of my makeup as well. I've used these two together. I've also used them apart, and I really do love both of these products. But yeah, that NYX Plump It Right Back, that whole line, I was really intrigued by it, and I'm so glad that I picked those up because they have been working for me. Okay, so I want to mention a sunscreen, and it's by Avene. I purchased these in St. Bart's, but you can purchase them here as well. But this one is the compact cream, which is the SPF 50, and this is the liquid version. Now, I do like the liquid version. The only thing is I have to wait about 15 minutes before I put my makeup on, because this is very, very dewy and liquidy. But with this one, all I have to do is take a brush and just kind of put it all over my face, and then I can put makeup on right as soon as I'm done using this. They're both mineral products. I've really been loving like mineral sunscreen for my face. I feel like mineral sunscreens are better for your skin. If I can choose a mineral sunscreen, I would prefer a mineral. So yeah, so these have been really good products for the skin, and they protect my skin really well. So I'm gonna mention this again. This is the Rcma liquid makeup. I have mine in the shade N330, and guys, this is like my favorite foundation ever. I only need a little bit of this, and it literally covers up like my hyperpigmentation, covers up any kind of scarring, any kind of like dark spot. It is the best full coverage lightweight foundation I've ever tried. So I have this one. I also have a backup because I cannot go without this. This is the foundation that I wear all the time. This is just a standout product for me. It's so good. Like I said, a little goes a long way. I don't have to use my Tarte Shape Tape with this foundation. If you guys don't know about how I use my Tarte Shape Tape, I actually use that concealer to cover up hyperpigmentation, but when I use this, I don't have to use it, which is wonderful. So yeah, I wanted to mention this again because I don't think that this foundation gets a lot of love, but yeah, this has been such a good foundation for my skin, and I wanted to mention it again because it's the that good. So I've recently tried some products from Refy, and Refy is a brand that's a clean brand at Sephora. They also have their own website, but I ended up buying a couple of items from Sephora initially, and then I ended up going to Refy's website and buying a couple of their products there. The first two products that I want to mention that I've been using, this is the Refy eyebrow pencil. It's a very thin, sleek pencil. This is in dark brown. I love it. It goes on very smooth. It's very easy to use. It gives those really nice hair-like strokes to my brows. And then I love their setting brow gel. Now this brow gel does come out, I'm going to show you guys. It does have a white consistency to it, but I will tell you what I do is I like to wipe off the brush first, and I like wiping it right on the edge so that I won't lose that product, and then I take it and brush it through my eyebrows. Once I brush that product onto the eyebrows, I use this brush here to actually brush them up and out. So once you do that, they're going to be set in place. You don't want to mess with them. They are not going anywhere. They don't look stiff or crunchy. They just look set and they're beautiful. Your eyebrows will look beautiful. So I've been loving both of these. And like I said, I went onto the website and I did buy a few items. I ended up buying 2 cream bronzers. One of them was in sand and the other one in tan. The sand one was way too light for me, so I gave it to my daughter. She's a lot lighter than I am, but this is the tan one here. And tan is like this beautiful, like golden, maybe a little bit of red tone shade, but it's really gorgeous on the skin. I don't have this on today, but I'm definitely gonna use these products very soon to show you guys how they apply and how beautiful they are. It's so easy to use, guys. I really love using cream products on top of foundation that's set with powder. When I put this on, it blends in beautifully. It doesn't move the foundation. It just looks gorgeous on the skin. And what I like about that, it's not super emollient. It's very creamy and it looks a little mattifying on the skin, and it's not super dewy, which I like dewy, but I just don't like it when it's too emollient that it just kind of moves everywhere. This actually stays in place. The next 3 products from Refy that I want to show you that I purchased were these Refy cream blushes. These work just like the bronzer, guys. They're so good and they're so pigmented and beautiful. This one right here is called Rose, such a beautiful rosy shade. I know it looks light, but it actually shows up on my skin. It has good pigmentation, so it does show up. Another one is Malaya. Malaya is a beautiful, like peachy tone shade. The last one is called Citrine. Citrine is also peachy tone, but it has more of like a peachy brown tone to it. It's just really beautiful. And like I said, these products stay on the skin. They blend beautifully. I love that they don't move the foundation around. I cannot stand it when I'm putting on like a cream product and then my foundation just starts coming off. It's one of the most irritating things, but no, those work really good. This is actually a good brand to try. I have 2 hair products I want to show you. One of them is the Leonor Greyl Gel Hibiscus Styling Gel. I love this when I have like, you know, like flyaways or when I need to slick my hair back. I love this product for that. It keeps my hair in place, but it doesn't get like stiff. It doesn't have any residue to it. It's just been a really nice styling gel product for my hair, so I've really been enjoying this brand. And then the second one that I want to show you is the Gisou. This is the polishing primer. It's a Prep Me, Prime Me, Define Me primer. So how I actually use this is after I put my oil and my leave-in conditioner in my hair, I just take a pea-sized amount of this, rub it in my hands, warm it up, and then I put it all over my hair before I actually style it. This is a good primer for styling. Not only that, when you're done styling or blow drying your hair, you can actually use this to smooth it out and it doesn't leave that like greasy feeling. So yeah, I've really been enjoying this. As you can see, I've used quite a bit. This is a really good product. It makes your hair look very shiny. It protects your hair. It's just a really outstanding product for my hair. The last product I want to mention are these puffs. These are what I use to actually set my foundation and my concealer. I use the pointed end to actually get in there and set my concealer, and then I use the other side to actually press on my powder. I'm really loving the finish of using this powder puff as opposed to like a brush. These were super inexpensive. I got them in like a package of 9 to 12 and I got them off of Amazon, and I'll put a picture here and I'll also link it down below. So yeah, I've really been loving these. I also wash these after I use them. So after a few makeup applications, I usually get like some facial soap and wash them and then air dry them overnight, and then I can use them again. So yeah, I've really been loving these. Fits beautifully under the eye and then powders the skin so well. So that's it for my January favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Take care, and we will see you guys on the next one. Bye.